Hey folks, and welcome to my latest venture, a World of Warcraft leveling challenge. I personally enjoy watching Pokemon challenges, and I've wanted to do one for a while. Since I spend most of my time playing World of Warcraft though, I've decided to come up with a challenge for leveling. Something that would be unique and hard, but not mind-bogglingly dull and grindy. Something interesting to watch and strategize, so I settled for a pacifist run. Let me explain the rules. Number 1, I am not allowed to kill anything. That includes mobs, critters, and even battle pets. To keep the theme, no herbing either, plants are living things too. But that's not a hard rule, something I tossed in. Number 2, no using outside help. This means no external gold, no auction house, no heirlooms. I'll talk more about forced account-wide logistics when we get to them. I am also guildless, so I have no perks there. So the main leveling challenge in World of Warcraft is the Ironman. Unlike that one, we can upgrade our gear and progress our character, we just simply cannot kill anything. This is more akin to the neutral Pandaren challenge. I could endlessly mine, but that would be pointlessly long, dull, and uninteresting to watch. Instead, we're allowed to progress through every continent as long as we never kill anything. For my class, I discussed with some friends which would be the hardest class to use. No Death Knights or Demon Hunters obviously, as they don't start at level 1. We agreed no healing classes and no classes with either stealth or ways to drop combat. That left as Warrior and Warlock. I went for Warrior because I'm a bit worried about my pet as a Warlock. I named her Corinlia because I've basically taken up many versions of Corinia already on my server. If you're watching in the future, you may have noticed I have the Winds of Wisdom buff on me that grants 100% extra experience. I did this run during the World events of 2020, and with the leveling changes in Shadowlands, I wanted to do this before these happened. Sure, it makes the challenge easier, but I can't turn it off, so it has to stay. As with all humans, we start in Northshire Abbey where we're instantly tasked with killing wolves. Ignoring this, I head out and find the quest to visit Goldshire's Inn is not available to me yet. I head to Goldshire anyway to buy the mining skill, only to encounter a problem. To learn a profession, you need to pay 10 copper. Even if I sold all my warrior starting gear, that is still only 9 copper. I need 1 more copper, and I have no quests or ways to get junk to sell. I decide to explore Elwyn Forest and Westfall, dying a few times as I look for chests or lootable food containers. After finding nothing and reaching level 3, I head to Stormwind, but apparently level 3 is still not enough to deliver a wine voucher. I head to Teldrassil to get more exploration experience when I see a quest on the world map. I head over via the town of Dolinar and find 2 more quests that don't immediately require me to kill anything. The latest quest on the map is a dud, but at the Furbolg village I find the dead elf I need, and to my surprise, the dream catcher I need is not held by a Furbolg, but is just in a cabinet. On the way back, I pick up the elven version of Visit Your First Town and finally have some money. I now have another quest that doesn't require me to kill anything, but loot 4 objects in a barrow den. Without stealth, this is really brutal. I can't loot the objects if I am attacked by 2 Furbolg at once, so I have to run, die, res next to a box and get lucky. The run back here is really long, so I pass my time watching even more challenge videos on YouTube. As mentioned before, I enjoy the Pokemon ones. My personal favourite is my dry bread, link in the description. If you like watching someone suffer to complete a video game with arbitrary rules for your amusement, you'll enjoy his. Halfway through the barrow dens, I notice an NPC pops up to help me. You may have noticed me looking at my statistics a lot. Whenever I leave combat, I always check to make sure the number of mobs killed is still 0. I'm certain as long as I don't deal any damage, any kills others do won't count, but I still worry. Luckily the NPC is weak and easily killed by a horde of Furbolg. Eventually I complete the quest and explore the rest of Teldrassil and head back to Stormwind. I am now level 4 and high enough to do the quests outside Northshire Abbey, including all the Stormwind delivery quests. Along the way I learn Victory Rush, an ability that heals me if I kill anything. I just found that amusing. It's removed from the action bars. In Elwyn I pick up mining and blacksmithing. Elwyn has a good number of quests I can do here, exploring mines, talking to farmers, and even free fast travel to Eastvale Logging Camp. There I can do an entire quest chain of finding dead bodies, even in a Murloc camp. More wood gathering and cave exploration leads me to level 7, and I head to the 3rd Alliance starting zone Dun Morogh. I start by exploring Dun Morogh and complete the only quest I can in Caranos, to steal plants from ice trolls. Further exploring and I come to Goldbar Quarry. This has 2 quests inside, but after the Paradones in this, I am learning caves are really not nice. Often they have items inside, but it's really hard to drop through, so I'm often dying between every object being looted. Giving the runestones to the dwarfs is not interrupted by damage, but looting relics is. Eventually I get all 8 relics, only to find that there were some outside. Now I feel stupid. I also die here as I'm worried the guards will kill my attackers and give me credit that I don't want. I can't fully explore Dun Morogh as the chopper to get to the airstrip is not active, so I turn my delivery in lock mode. I reach level 9 where I return to Elwyn Forest, and there I craft some gear with the ore I gathered, get roleplayed with, I am on a roleplaying server after all, and head to the last starting zone for the Alliance, Azure Mist Isle. On the way, I noticed once you take the portal from Stormwind, you're put on a dock, but if you turn back round, it's now a portal to the Exodar, which is what I needed. I just thought the portal to the Exodar was in the Temple of Elune, and there's no Stormwind portal there anymore. Anyway, not long in as I chase some Furbolg totems, I reach level 10 from some mining and get access to the protection spec. It's a shame I don't have a shield yet, and it looks like blacksmithing cannot craft one in Classic, so I'll just have to wait for a quest reward. Along the way, I also find a quest to use a net on 10 fish. I just have to run or swim from murlocs that spawn from half the pools, but the experience is worth it. Exploring the island, I do Admiral Odysseus' quests, who is forced to port on my island, and get beat up by some goblins as I recover his items. It's feeling like whenever I have to loot more than one item, I have to die to drop threat to loot the second. Anyway, this opens up even more collection quests, as Azure Mist is feeling very good to be a pacifist. The Naga are thankfully quite spread out for this next one. Towards the end of the island, I had my first encounter with someone trying to help me, but I didn't touch the mob and drop combat, so I did manage to avoid credit. I finished Azure Mist, the last Alliance starting zone, at level 12. And that is it for part 1 of this challenge. I found this start to be really interesting, desperate to find a way to earn a single copper. To finish the 4 starting zones over level 10 lands me in good stead. I hope I have the money for a mount at level 20. The running is really starting to get on my nerves a bit. Be sure to comment if you think I should have done better or missed anything. I probably have. Subscribe so you can see part 2 next week. And if you want to watch me live doing this, I'll be streaming it on Twitch, link in the description. Thank you all for watching.